In 2019, humanity received a warning. 30 of the world's leading scientists released the results of a massive 3-year study into global agriculture and declared that meal production is destroying our planet and jeopardizing global health. One of the study's authors claimed that humanity now passes a threat of stability of our planet. This requires nothing less than a new global agricultural revolution. As somebody who spent the last advocating a shift away from our industrial meat, I want to believe that the clarion call was going to make. This thing is, I have seen this sort of thing again and again and again for decades. Here's 2018 from Journal Nature, 2017 from Bioscience Journal, 2016 from National Academy of Science. The main point of these studies tends to be climate change, but antibiotic resistance represents just a big threat. We are feeding massive doses of antibiotics to farm animals. Those antibiotics are then mutating into superbugs. The trend to render antibiotics obsolete within a national our lifetimes. You want Google end the war of working antibiotics. Get one of things. I am not here to tell you anybody to eat. Why individual is treated, but antibiotic resistance and climate change, they require more. Besides, convincing the world to eat less meat hasn't worked. For 50 years, environmentalists, global health experts, and animal activists have been begging the public to eat less meat. And yet, per capita meat consumption is high it's been in record history. The average North American last year ate more than 200 pounds a year. I didn't eat my meat, which means somebody out there ate 400 pounds. On our currency, we are going to need the producing 70 to 100% more by 2050. What we need to do is produce meat like people, but we don't need to produce it in whole way. I've got a couple of ideas. Idea of number one, let's grow meat in plants instead of growing plants getting food. Let's grow those plants. Let's make plant-based meat. Idea number two, for actual animal meat, let's grow it directly from cells. Instead of growing live animals, let's grow cells directly. It takes 6 weeks to grow a chicken slaughtered. Grow the cells directly will take 6 days. This is what that looks. It's your friendly neighborhood meat burner. I want to make 2 points. The first is one, in recent years, from companies have been producing meat from plants that consumers cannot distinguish from actual meat, animal meat. And there is now dozens of companies growing actual meat directly from cells. This plant-based called cell meat give consumers everything that they love about, the taste, the texture, and so on, but with no need for antibiotics, and with fraction of adverse impact in climate. And because those technologies are so more effective at production, this product will be cheaper. But no quick point about that. It's not easy to be. Those plant-based companies have spent small fortunes in their burgers, and cell-based meat has not yet been commercialized. So where is going to need meat industry? For starters, we need to represent meat. We don't want to disrupt the meat industry, we want to transform it. We need their economies of scale, their global supplies, and their market expertise, and their massive consumer base. We also need governments. Governments spend $10 billion every single year on research and development, focus on the global health and environment. They should be putting some of that money into optimizing and perfecting the production of plants based on cell-based meat. Look, 10,000 of people died from antibiotic-resistant superbugs in North America just last year. By 2050, the number is going to be 10 million per year globally, and climate change represents an existential threat to a huge portion of global family, including some of the poorest people on face of the planet. Climate change, antibiotic resistance, those global are emergencies. Meat production is exaggerating those emergencies in global scale. But we're not going to decrease the meat unless we have consumers' alternative that cost some less, taste, and some better. We have the solution. Let's make meat from plants. Let's grow directly from cells. It's past time we mobilize the resources that are necessary to create the next global agricultural revolution. Thanks you.